we're gonna have a little chat today. Hi vlog, I'm checking in with all you guys because believe it or not, I've had a lot of requests on this video, and right now I couldn't correlate more to this request. I just knew I had to talk about it with you guys. The realistic part of this is that I literally got this request so many times and I'm sitting right here in my bed. I just knew I had to make this video like ASAP. I didn't even get ready. I didn't brush my hair. I literally just sat up from my bed. I'm nowhere near perfect or know what I'm talking about any of these statements or opinions that I'm about to bring up. This is just something that I have personally gone through that I feel like could potentially help other people. The ultimate question and request for this video was kind of a lot of different things, but it all had to do with personal growth and personal health and how to focus on yourself, but also how to focus in other people, relationships, your family, by still really trying to progress yourself. Now, I definitely think this is tricky because we think when we are working on ourselves that we have to still pay attention to all the other people around us and really give them our attention. But if I'm being honest with you, I've learned that that actually wrecks my whole process in learning and growing by myself. Also, I just had to say this because you'll probably see it. I just got in a moped accident. I'm injured right now. So that's kind of why I was like, wow, this is perfect to really talk about how I'm feeling right now, because this moped accident really showed me that I need to slow down and stop trying to do everything at once and really just focus at one thing at a time. Really, that's what ultimately led up to me crashing, is because I was really trying to push things all in at once. So it kind of was telling me to slow down. So I was like, wow, these questions that you guys were all asking me really correlates with how I'm even doing in my life right now, and just even the progress that I'm taking from this experience. I just put a Band-Aid on because I know this triggers some people with cuts and stuff. So anyways, I'm gonna get back into how it's actually really important to focus on yourself when you're trying to find yourself and not worry about other people. Even though you're trying to maintain all of these relationships, you can still have a best friend, a boyfriend, a good relationship with your family, a good relationship with yourself, school, whatever it is, while you are still trying to focus on yourself. And let me kind of dive in how that has worked for me. I'm gonna first off state that the people that love you and the people that understand that you are trying to work on yourself and grow as an individual person, if that person loves you and they understand you, then they're gonna be okay with the fact that you're trying to work on yourself. When you are trying to work on yourself, that is something that you have to be okay vocalizing, because sometimes it comes out to other people that you're being selfish or that you're being inconsistent with your friendships or your relationships. And so that's why it's really important to vocalize hey, I'm trying to work on myself right now. Or if someone hands you a cupcake and you're like, no, I don't want that, instead of being no, I don't want that, you're like, no thanks, I'm trying to work on myself right now. If that's how you're trying to work on yourself, by losing weight or just eating healthier or just these little things, there's ways that you can vocalize and say, hey, yeah, no, by the way, I'm actually trying to stay away from stuff like that and better myself when it comes to blah blah blah. And I know it's hard for a lot of us to vocalize things that are going on in our head, especially if we're not the happiest with how things are going on in our life, but that is okay. As soon as you start to vocalize things, you'll start to see that the people you surround yourself with are going to start accepting that and honestly help you and push you to your limits. For instance, my friends are always I'll come to the gym with you, or oh my gosh, you look so good, girl, get after it, you're doing great, yeah, I'll see you later. Because that is something that I've told them. I'm sorry, I'm not putting enough time in for this or this or this. I have goals right now at the gym that I am trying to achieve, and they could not be more supportive. I've also learned that a very healthy way to maintain friendships while you're trying to really work on yourself is by expressing, hey, if you want to come to the gym with me and join me on my journey, you're more than welcome to. Hey, I'm gonna grab some coffee. I'm going to do my homework because I need to work on getting stuff done, but I'd love if you'd come and give me some company. Or other little things like that, to have people join you in your journey is something that others view as something like you're trying to do for your relationship with them, that you still care about them and you're not closing off your friendship or relationship or whatever. I need you to remember that people are really, really good at telling others how to live their life. They're really good. They're really good at manipulating people into saying what is right or wrong for their lives. It's really important while you are trying to work on yourself to ignore that and to sometimes not really say what your game plan is and what you want your outcome to be. I guess, for instance, for me, I've been trying to work on myself by going to the gym a lot and growing a booty and eating a lot more protein and all this stuff, and I get backlash saying, well, protein's just gonna make me look more manly, or that I'm already skinny, or that I already have a booty, and all these things, but they don't know exactly what my goals are, what I have a picture in my head, and ultimately it's not even this picture, it's just the feeling of progress. And I really don't think a lot of people understand that progress is the best outcome that anybody could get, even if we don't reach our end goal. Really, it's cool to accept other people's opinions and what they have to say, but don't let it take over your outcome or how your process is going. That could honestly have a conflict between, let's say, if it was you and your boyfriend's like, you should be doing this instead of this, but the thing that you're doing has been working out better than the thing that he wants you to do. That's kind of confusing, but if you get that, you ultimately are going to stick with the thing that is helping you the most. You're not going to do something else just because someone else has an opinion on it. Some people don't get happy about that, and some people get actually really upset that you're not going to take their opinion. So while you're in this process of focusing on yourself, you need to understand that there's some things that are almost kept in, and the people that love you and support you might throw out their opinion, but you don't always need to take their opinion. It's also really important to know when you need time alone and when you need time to regroup yourself. Like, hey, I need some time alone, because once you get yourself into a relationship, even with like a best friend, you start to spend a lot of time with that person, and once they're gone, you kind of are like, oh my gosh, what am I supposed to do now? So it's a really healthy thing to be like, you know, today I'm gonna go to the beach by myself and journal, or maybe meet up with a new friend, or go buy yourself lunch, or the little things like that, because time alone is so important, and it's something that I found within my routine of growing as an individual and reaching my goals that have really helped me is by having space alone and learning to be okay by myself, learning new ways that make me happy. So for me, I like to journal, I like to grab coffee, take myself on coffee dates, bring my homework with me places, read books, go to the gym, work out outside, go on runs, call my parents, have conversations with different people. There's a lot of different things that you can do, but those are just a couple that help me with my space alone. And I really make sure I do that more than you think. I think it's very important to really emphasize alone time when you're trying to grow. I just think working on yourself is such a beautiful thing. That's with being in a relationship, having friends, having a good family, not having a good family, anything. You can always work on yourself no matter what situation that you are in. It is so important to keep those goals alive. You're the youngest you will ever be today. I know I'm not perfect. I know what I'm saying can be confusing to a lot of people out there, but these are just things, man, that have been helping me, and I'm like really passionate about trying to help other people. That's what I love to do. That's what I love more than anything. Like, especially when I get the DMs that are like, hey, I want to hear what you have to say about this. Like, my heart, I love it. It makes me happy. It makes me get throughout my day, and it makes all of my goals worth it. Man, the amount of times that I've had people look at me and be like, you're crazy. and you're never gonna get there, and you're a nobody, and so many other people do the same thing as you. I look at them and I'm like, I know. But the amount of progress that I've gotten through a lot of years, you know, it could have been, I mean, a little snappy quicker, but it's not. And that's just the reality, is things don't happen overnight, and who knows, things could. But for me personally, like, my haters are my best friends, and I really, really, really strive from people that don't believe in me. Sounds funny, but it's really true. I know they're watching, and I know that they care. I know that one day they're gonna get back to me and say, congratulations or good job, or maybe nothing, but to their self, they will see why I did all this in the first place. And it takes a while. It's taking a long time for me to see my goals, if I'm being honest. Every day is a new day. Even making this video is a new step for me, because I was kind of avoiding making a video like this because I always do get a lot of weird feedback. But it's something that makes me happy, and it's a goal that I wanted to do and I wanted to reach. I feel like I could talk on and on and on and on about this particular issue and situation itself. There's so much I could say. There's so much your friend could say. There's so much a lot of people can say. But ultimately, it really starts with you. Really takes actions and passion, love, support, all of those ingredients to get to your goals while you were trying to focus on yourself. Remember, focusing on yourself doesn't mean saying F you to everyone else. That's not what focusing on yourself is. I mean, it can be if that's what you want it to be, but a lot of the times it's just that you were trying to better yourself, be happier in a situation that you maybe aren't as happy in. There's a lot of things that we can add within what I'm saying, but ultimately it starts with you. You can ask me questions, you can DM me. I can make more videos about this or talk longer about something that I said or didn't say. But this is just my one take on this question and this situation. Like I really said in the beginning, I wasn't trying to really get done up for this video, have high expectations for myself or this video. I just kind of wanted to speak from the heart. I wasn't about to try to get ready and show my best self. This is just me. And I'm just really happy that I was able to talk about this. Again, you don't have to agree with me. You don't have to take anything from this video. But if you took anything, my heart is happy, and I'm happy that I could help you. Again, please DM me, reach out to me. I'm always here to talk. That's what I like to do. And I like putting myself in these situations. And just remember, everyone's growing around you too. I don't think anybody is 100,000,000% happy of exactly who they are. I'm pretty sure everybody in our lifetime wants to grow. It's okay to maintain your relationships while you are growing, and there's a lot of ways that you can do so, and I hope you took some of those to add into your process and your process and growing. Overall, I love you guys, and I know it's really hard sometimes to get your booty to the gym or eat healthy, write in your journal, or all these things, but I can maybe make a video on steps you can take or things that you can do to add into your routine. I call them ingredients. There's a ton of ingredients that each person can add into their daily lifestyle of self-love and focusing on yourself. If you want those, let me know down below. I can try to do as best as I can, but I love you guys. Thanks for hearing me out. Maybe if you took nothing or something, still love ya, and I'm here for you through it all. I understand, we're all human. I'll see you guys later. Cheers.